Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and today I'm going to give you a message from Spirit. I think we're going to look at what's going on for you in terms of financial abundance, what you need to know, what can help push you forward or help you achieve what you're trying to achieve in terms of financial abundance. Okay, so also before we get started, if you're looking for a personal session, you can book on my scheduler in the description box below. And I do appreciate all of you guys who like and comment in my feed. I so appreciate you. You guys are super awesome. So let's go ahead and get into your message, Taurus. The caution card, traffic cone, came out. So, I mean, I think that caution, definitely, like the traffic cones are there to tell you to slow down. Like, take it easy, slow down. Don't try to rush the process. And then you have obstacles. And this is about like how, you can push forward, how you can achieve what you're trying to achieve. And the mountain is an achievement. Once you get to the top of a mountain, it is an achievement. But at first you need to take it slow and, just take your time to get to the top and not overdo it, not push yourself too hard. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out where to put those cards. All right, there we go. All right, Spirit. What else do you have for, oh my goodness, this is not. All right, we'll take these two. That was like a lot of cards. You have study, intellect, wisdom, and you have communication, questioning, helping. So for me, this is about like allowing people to help you. Number one. Also, I'm getting like, get all of the facts in a situation. Make sure that you have all the information that you need. There also could be an indication to want to study more or to learn more, go back to school, get a certification, that kind of thing that would help you. But yeah, I just feel like you're just needing to take things slow. Make sure you're not rushing any decisions, Taurus. So here in your recent past, you have your Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why, but I felt like I'm supposed to do it like this time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hangman, Justice, the Devil. I was thinking it in my head. Two of Swords, the Lovers, the King of Swords, the Emperor, the Seven of Cups, the Chariot, the Magician, the Two of Wands. We're running out of space. The Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Cups with Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And then over here you had flexibility, synchronicity, and organization on the bottom of the deck. So Taurus. So I think that the Queen of Pentacles for me can definitely be about a comfort zone, making things really comfortable in the home. For me, I also feel like for some of you, you actually do work from home and it's a comfortable space for you. And I feel like, I don't know, like with this Hanged Man, I'm just kind of getting the sense that like Spirit has been telling you, like, you need to rest. You don't need to push yourself too much. You don't need to overdo it right now. It's summer break, and maybe you need to just enjoy the moment. Do things that bring you a sense of comfort and peace. Don't overdo it. Don't push yourself too much right now. I feel like Spirit is telling you that, you've been in a lot of reflection energy and you've been weighing out all of the different variables, just trying to figure out which way to go to find the most balance in your life so that you're not pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion or just pushing yourself towards, crashing and burning. I mean, when you think about the mountain and the obstacles, right? Like if you're rushing up that mountain, the chance of you falling or getting hurt is going to be significantly higher. And I do feel like Spirit is telling you, you know, there's a need to really slow down, pay attention to the details. Like, you know, at your job, if you work in an office setting, make sure that you're paying attention to the details. Make sure you're reading contracts. Make sure that you are, you know, checking everything twice so that you're not missing any steps. Okay, that's one thing that I'm getting. Like, I feel that Spirit is telling you that this is a time for reflection, taking it slow, and making sure that you're not missing anything, okay? And really weighing things out and just trying to find the most balance for yourself. Because I feel like if you rush through the process, you might mess up, and then it's going to come back and it's going to bite you in the butt, right? Because you do have the devil energy here. What I feel like also for the devil energy, I feel like that you have been feeling sort of chained to a point of confusion, chained to a point of stagnancy. So how do I explain that to you? So I feel like there's definitely been a need for you to rest, okay? Like, for sure, I see that. Do things that bring you a sense of comfort and joy. But I feel like being chained to this point of, you know, with the Two of Swords, that's being in two minds. And, you know, a decision has not been made with the Two of Swords. And so I always tell people that being in a point of confusion can be a comfort zone, because that way you don't have to make a decision in either direction and then risk potential failure, right? And so it's easier to sit there and go, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And that's why you're needing to take like this moment with this Hanged Man of like deep reflection and seeing things from a different perspective. So the sun is around this person's head, like, so the lights can really come on. Because I feel a little bit like your squirrels running out there. Sorry, that distracted me. ADHD, look, a squirrel, that's me all the time. But anyway, so I think that right now your issue is in making decisions for yourself with that Lover's card, you know, and the Two of Swords. And like I said, it does seem to be a sort of bondage that you're experiencing right now. Like, it is it's a barrier that you're experiencing, which is actually really interesting because, look, the fence is on the bottom of the deck. So you have been experiencing obstacles and barriers. And I think that for the vast majority of you, the barrier is simply in your mind. I hate to say it, because I do also feel like, I mean, look at this, Taurus. You have the Hanged Man, you have that caution card, you have the Four of Swords here, all like telling you that you need to just take some time for some deep reflection, to really understand your issues around why you're afraid to make a decision in either direction in your life. Like, what are you scared of? What is it rooted in? How do you feel? Like, how do you feel whenever you think of making that decision and what potentially could happen? There just seems to be a need for you to do that. And I also feel like, because you have that questioning card. So I feel like this is a time for you to start questioning your own way of thinking about yourself and your path to success, okay? With all of these choice energies, I do feel like quite a few of you have really been considering like veering off into a different direction in terms of your career. It's like, you know, I think we've talked about this even, you know, like a different position, a total career shift, going back to school, learning something completely different, or just changing the way that you do something. And I think that it's just been, it's been a challenge for you because of the fact that I feel like you're scared to make a decision in either direction. And it's creating an obstacle for you that you're needing to overcome. And it really does look like it has to do with your mind. But it's interesting to me because I feel like there does seem to be like a deeply rooted need to feel secure. And I mean, I feel like Taurus is definitely like that. I mean, we are literally like fixed earth. You know, we're not exactly movable. And not to say that we can't change and that we can't, move, but it definitely, like, it can be a challenge for Taurus, because Taurus is essentially at their core do like to feel stable and secure. And so I so I feel like, but there's more than that. Like, it has to do with a needing to be in control of the environment so that you can feel more secure, because of a time in your life where you were not secure, where you did not feel safe, you did not feel secure in your life. It could have been with a family member, it could have been with the way that you grew up. You could have grown up in a lower income household, that kind of thing. And so there's a need for you to feel that comfort and security. And I think that's why the message came through for you, to find things that make you feel that sense of comfort. If you want to cozy up on the couch and watch, your favorite rom-com and drink hot tea and eat popcorn with your cats or your dogs, then do that. Or if you want to listen to very like peaceful, serene music while you take a bubble bath, do that, like, so that you can feel that sense of comfort, because I do feel like you're needing more of that. But that need for comfort, or that need for security, is kind of leaking over into other areas of your life that could hinder you from what you're trying to achieve or wanting to achieve in your life. And I do hope that makes sense. Like, because I feel like there's a certain area of your life that you need to be a little bit more movable and let go of that need to feel comfortable, which I do feel like is in your career, to be honest with you, or in terms of your finances. Like, Spirit is kind of like nudging you to like make some moves, but do them with caution. Okay. And if you're wanting comfort, if you're needing that sense of security, find other areas of your life to feel that sense of security, so that you're not like keeping yourself in a stagnant place because it's a safe zone. Because you are moving into the King of Swords, the Emperor, and the Seven of Cups, which tells me that a decision is going to be made. Look, the Chariot card right here, like, there is going to be some movement in your life. But I think that the movement in your life is going to be largely contingent on your ability to find that security that you are seeking elsewhere. It's kind of like this. You know how, like, whenever you're in, those of you that have been in like really rocky relationships where you did not feel secure, like you were with a person who was emotionally unavailable, they were emotionally manipulative, they were chaotic, they were inconsistent, they were all over the place, and you did not feel that lack of or that sense of security, right? And like the advice from people is always to, okay, go focus on yourself, go focus on things that bring you joy, go ground yourself, like, go focus on healing yourself, right? So you can feel that sense of security that you're not getting in that relationship, right? This is the same thing. It's the same thing. Like, you go focus on what brings you a sense of security and comfort in your life, something that you can control. And then it's going to help prepare you for your ability to make important decisions for yourself. Okay, because right now you're supposed to proceed with caution. You're not supposed to push this. You're not supposed to, like try to force anything to happen right now. You're just supposed to proceed with caution and really take care of what's going on the inside with you. Do some deep reflection. Start really questioning, like, what is going on with you on the inside. Do some journaling so that you can really start to see things from a different point of view or from a higher perspective. That is what is going to lead you into this King of Swords and Emperor and Seven of Cups energy. That is what's going to lead you into being able to make the right decision for yourself, trust in your own decisions, and have the confidence and the fortitude and the gusto to be able to, move forward to other areas, other options in your life, to really open up more opportunities for yourself, to really expand your areas in terms of career and finances. Okay, so this can be like if you are very much just dead set on staying at the same job that you're at, this can be opening up other like side hustles, other opportunities for money, okay, or for abundance. So but if this is like you're wanting a total shift, or you're wanting to branch out, or you're wanting to add to, this is the energy of you being able to really do that. But I just get the sense that like this message has come out a little bit for Taurus. Like I feel over the last couple of months. And what I'm kind of getting for you is that there's just been a lot of fear associated with moving in a different direction, or adding to your life, like adding something else on your plate, like a side hustle or something like that, like and there's just been a lot of fear associated with it. And I think that Spirit is kind of saying here that like it wasn't exactly time to do that anyway. I think that you were really supposed to go through this deep reflective energy. You were supposed to be in this caution mode. You were supposed to slow down. You were really supposed to, take a look within, start asking yourself important questions like, why do I want this? What does this actually bring to my life? Is this actually going to bring me more joy, or is it going to bring me more stress? Is this really worth my time? And if it is worth your time, then what are you so afraid of, and why are you so afraid of it? And all of those important questions that we ask ourselves that help us gain a better understanding of what blocks us and what hinders us, and really, step into that self-confidence. And that came out in your last reading, like finding more self-confidence. I definitely see that a lot right here. So in the near future, you have a lot of very decisive energy. Sorry, I just got distracted again. Like all the cicadas just started singing like at once. And I love cicadas because of their total transition, very much like a butterfly from this like really horrific looking creature. It kind of looks like a roach, to be honest with you. But when they shed their exoskeleton, I don't know if you've ever held a cicada before, but I always pick them up, and I just think they're just the cutest little things with their like little bug eyes that stick out of the side of their heads. And anyway, and so they like, just like a butterfly, like they blossom into these really beautiful creatures. I understand that not everybody thinks that they're beautiful because they kind of look like aliens, but I love cicadas and dragonflies and butterflies. And so again, like I'm just getting this whole, like it's all part of the message, guys. It's all part of the message. But like you were supposed to go through that period before you shed your exoskeleton and everything, just like the butterfly and the chrysalis and all of that stuff, right? And the cocoon, and like you were supposed to do all of that because you are going to be emerging, and it's going to open up more opportunities for you because honestly, you are going to be ready for them. But I really think that the message here for you is, and I think that the reason why a very similar message has come through is because some of you aren't getting it. And I'm not trying, don't shoot the messenger. But like, I think that some of you aren't, because I think that you're needing to refocus your energy. You're needing, instead of sitting there and just constantly thinking and just going back and forth in your brain, like, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know, blah, blah. And then just being in that, like I said, like that point of confusion, which is a safe zone. It really is, because you don't have to make a decision in either direction. Instead of being in that, you need to refocus your energy to grounding yourself, doing things that bring you that sense of comfort, that sense of harmony in your life, that sense of security, and that kind of thing. And once you do that, then you're going to be prepped for being able to make better decisions for yourself. But I think that a lot of you guys aren't doing that. Like, you're too much in your head, and you need to be in your body, you need to be in your spirit, and you're not doing that. And so I feel like that's why I'm seeing this message a little bit threading into other messages that I've done for you, right? But you are going to have opportunities open up for you. you are really only supposed to prep your energy right now. Get yourself in order, Taurus. Like I'm telling you, asking yourself important questions, journaling about this, really, like I said, grounding yourself, all of that stuff, it is going to prepare you for the ability to make the right decisions for yourself, okay? And then you are going to be in that emerging energy where you're feeling very different. You've shed your exoskeleton. We do this over and over and over and over again in our lives. We shed our exoskeletons and we emerge. And that is when you're going to make these important decisions for yourself. This reading for some of you may not happen right now because you may resist it. I feel like I just look over at that devil card and I feel resistance. And I feel like some of you are going to resist this and resist this and resist this because you're too busy trying to find the solution in your brain. And what is that saying? Like you can't find the solution in the mind that created the problem or something like that. And so I don't know if that's how it goes, but I'm going to stick with that because that sounds great to me, to be honest with you. And so I feel like that's why you're not supposed to be in your mind. You're supposed to get out of your mind because it is hindering your ability to make the right decisions for yourself. Like, stop analyzing it. Stop overthinking it. Just stop. Stop, because all it's doing is giving you a false sense of security, and you may not realize that, but you're using that method of thought, the kind of going back and forth and everything, to give you a false sense of security because you're able to stay still and not do anything whatsoever. And that is a sense of security. It's not a real sense of security. It's a false sense of security, but it does give you a sense of security because, like I said, if you make those changes, that's when you start to feel destabilized, because you don't know what's in front of you. You don't know, you know what I mean? You don't know if you're going to fail. You don't know if you're going to do well and everything. And so that false sense of security seems, that comfort zone seems to be, pacifying you, but it's not actually what your spirit needs. What your spirit needs is more moments of actual freaking comfort. Okay? I hope that made sense. It makes sense to me. It really does. So anyway, your opportunity is the Chariot card. I love the Chariot card because, especially in this area, because this is definitely about self-will. It's self-confidence. It's self-determination. And it's also very spiritually led, okay? Especially with the Magician card right there. The Magician card is recognizing your own power, okay? And you know what I was thinking today? I was thinking about how, magicians would fight important battles for people because of their power. And so that came to me this morning and I was thinking, that's a new way for me to look at it, and now I'm looking at your reading and I'm thinking, okay, so now with all of this preparatory energy, you are going to have the ability to fight important battles, okay? You're going to have the skill set. And the battle for you is the obstacle. It's the challenge. It's the trying, allowing yourself to go in a new direction, to try something different, to add something else to your plate, right? And for some of you, this could be you work in a corporate setting, but you've been wanting to add more art into your life or create something. And it could have been very difficult for you because you have to start from the bottom. You have to build a following and a clientele and all of this stuff, and it doesn't always bring you the financial security that you want right off the bat, And so you could have been going back and forth about it. Well, I know that my job brings me a sense of security, but I am totally miserable there, and I really want to do this, and so you've just been at odds with yourself. Or you want to just be able to do both of them, but you don't know how you're going to find the time and all of this stuff. And again, like I said, you're trying to find the solution in the mind that created the problem. So I feel all this preparation energy is going to help you be able to go down that road for yourself that you're wanting to go down. If you're wanting to create something, if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, if you're wanting to start a TikTok, if you're wanting to change the way that you do your content, if you're wanting to completely do a career shift, or if you're wanting to go back to school and study something, like whatever it is for you, you know, whether it's a side hustle or a total change in career, like this preparation is going to enable you to be able to do this, like to move forward with fierce determination with that Chariot and a powerful skill set that is going to help you achieve this in your life, okay? So what you should focus on is the Four of Cups. That's a really interesting energy for focusing, because for me, that tells me that you don't really see the magic. Like you're missing the point a little bit. And I feel like Spirit wants you to stop focusing on whatever this is. Like the Three Cups, like it's I don't know why I heard worry, depression, and stagnation. Those are your Three Cups. Worry, depression, and stagnation. And so you're not supposed to be focusing on those, okay? You're supposed to be focusing on the magic, on the opportunity, on the miracles, on the blessings. Worry, depression, and stagnation. They move your attention away from that. Away from that, okay? And I'm not one of those people that's going to sit here. If you are like clinically depressed, I'm not going to tell you like just wake up and snap out of it. That is not what I'm telling you. Like do not, like this is a safe space for mental health issues. Totally 100%. Like everybody I know, well in my family. Like anyway, I know a lot of people, okay, including myself, who've dealt with mental health challenges. That's not what I'm saying. But and I feel like, you know, one thing that you can do when you're worried, right? There are always tools that you can use. If you're having anxiety or if you are feeling depressed, like you can use tools at your disposal to be able to help you get out of your anxiety, like listening to soothing music or going on a walk or, you know, coloring or drawing or doing art. If you're feeling depressed, you know, there could be getting out of the house if you can, like going for a walk. I don't know why, but like I walk like several times a day, and there's just something magical about walking, exercising, that kind of thing. Or if you were just like literally glued to the bed because you just can't, you know, get out of bed and brush your teeth. And if that's the one thing that you are able to do that day, that's that glimmer of hope. Okay. But like there is, you know, a need for you to just shift a little bit and start to be able to see the beauty around you, the opportunity around you, the blessings around you. Sometimes things are stagnant for a reason. And like, that's the thing about stagnation, is that especially when it comes to things like money, you know, man, we are just like gritting our teeth. We're like, come on, right? Why is everything not happening the way that I want it to? You know, like I'm not getting enough hours at work, or I'm not getting paid enough money, or, you know, there's just so much going out, and like you're just wanting to get where you've wanted to, you know, you're wanting to get to your goal point, and it just seems to be taking so long, right, financially. But I do feel like the message that Spirit wants you to hear is, you know how like whenever you're in a traffic jam, or you get stuck at a red light, Spirit sometimes is protecting you from like the wreck that's happening, like literally 2 lights up, or, you know, the drunk driver that just smacked into a series of cars like a mile or 2 in front of you on the freeway. You know what I mean? Like stagnation can be protection. And I feel like that's part of the shift in perspective, that like, it wasn't time for the shift that you were wanting. And so getting all up in your head and going back and forth and being confused and not knowing what to do or the way forward and stressing yourself out, okay, was not necessary, because things were not moving the way that you would have liked them to, because of Spirit protecting you from something. And honestly, the Devil card is here. So there definitely is protection here, okay? And sometimes it's protecting us. Spirit is protecting us from ourselves. Like, I mean it, because like with that caution, like sometimes, as humans, we make decisions in haste or rash decisions, and we move too quickly, and we don't really stop to, think about our steps and make sure that we methodically take steps, and we, can trip and fall. And so I feel like Spirit is really trying to help you center yourself so that that doesn't happen. Okay. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups. Like, this tells me, like, obviously that, like, things are going to be turning in your favor. Like, things are going to be more beneficial for you moving forward. And I do feel like, because they're all, like, this is fixed energy, right? Like, I do feel like it's a little uncomfortable because of the changes, but you are going to be moving forward in terms of, like, Nine of Cups, your dreams, your wishes, your hopes. Like, they're going to be coming true for you. Right now, I think that you're just needing to be more flexible with the time, the timing, okay? And really just focus on, getting yourself organized, getting your steps organized, getting what you want organized, and really taking a look at, like I said, all of those questions that you have for yourself in terms of, like, what is holding you back and why, and what are you afraid of, and all of the stuff that we talked about at the beginning of the reading. Another thing that's here, it does say synchronicity. So synchronicity for me, it's things are going to line up at the perfect time. And, the right people are coming into your life. Like, if you have a YouTube channel, the right viewers are coming into your life. Like, all of this stuff, or the right opportunities are going to come into your life at the right time. And it's not always in our hands, okay? It's not like... We can manifest all day every day, but we cannot control the timing. Like, we cannot. Like, I've manifested things that have taken 4 years to come, and it like, I manifested certain things in 2020. I didn't see them until this year. And so, I mean, I have nothing to do with the timing. Like, it just doesn't work that way. But I do feel like things are going to fall into place for you in terms of your career and finances at the right time. I think that you're just needing to refocus your energy towards grounding yourself, towards asking important questions, really diving in, shifting your perspective, no longer looking at the worry, the depression, and the stagnation, and start looking at the opportunities. And I feel like, working on all that preparation energy that we talked about, which does seem to be during a period of rest. And you know what, Taurus, like, I've been feeling that for you guys. And I think that Spirit is telling you this because, like, we're literally about to have the Mars and Uranus conjunction in Taurus, which is volatile energy, you guys. Like, and that is quite a shakeup. Mars is like war and planets, war and planets, war and aggression, and Uranus is like shakeups and the Great Awakener and unexpected things happening, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, that in Taurus, like, that is uncomfortable energy for Taurus, okay? And I feel like it's going to make you just feel, like, restless and, and I think that that's why Spirit is like, dude, like, take some time for yourself, ground yourself, like, do things that bring you a sense of comfort. Stop getting in your head and worrying about how you're going to create more comfort in your life in terms of, finances. Like, do other things, because I feel like you need to ground yourself as much as possible to really prepare you for making the important decisions in your life. And I feel like, I don't know, the Emperor is right here in the middle of your reading, which is Aries energy, and that's Mars, right? That's Mars. And so I'm kind of thinking, if anything, you're going to see more shifts. And that's so funny because that's Aquarius with the King of Swords, and that is Uranus. Okay, so I feel like this actually may happen, like, after like these shifts are going to happen after the Mars and Uranus conjunction. Yeah. So just hang in there, Buttercup. Like you've got this, Taurus. You've got this. So let's get your closing oracle message, because look, the Nine of Cups, like, things are going to unfold for you. Things are going to work in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Cups. Like, they are going to. I think that you're just needing to shift your focus right there with that Four of Cups. You know, stop looking at the things that are disappointing you and start looking at the things that make you happy. You know what I mean? Because right now things are just supposed to be moving along at a snail's pace because Spirit wants you to take a little breaky break. And that's just the way that it is, right? And I think that, you know, I just looked over at wisdom, and I think that more wisdom is going to be coming to you during this time period. Like, you're going to see a lot more of your own skill set, your own abilities, more of an understanding of like what you really want for yourself out of life. Like, I really am not even kidding you when I tell you that, like, this is the kind of energy of, like, you went to school to learn something, you got your degrees, you were on your career path, and then all of a sudden, like, in the last, like, 6 months, you woke up and you were like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, I have to do something different. That's what this energy is. And I know that's not going to be everybody's story. Like, not everybody went to college, not everybody works at a corporation, or not everybody like has been staying at the same career. But I'm just giving you an idea of like the energy that this is. Like, there is a total shift in like, I'm ready to shed my exoskeleton and be a cicada and sing my song. I don't know, you guys, I'm such a doofus sometimes. But like, you just want to feel like a sense of joy, joy de vivre, you know, in what you do in life. And I just feel like where you've been just hasn't been it. Or you're just feeling like you want to add to something that you already do because you don't want to feel bored. Like, I feel like maybe that's another thing, is like you've been feeling a sense of boredom and you're just wanting to sort of like mix it up. That one creator, Mixy Mix Babes, if you know who I'm talking about, I don't know her name, but I think it's like Rissy Lou or Lissy Root, something like that. But anyway, Mixy Mix. It's so cute when she says that. But anyway, yeah, and so like I feel like, you know, if you want to mix it up, whatever. I just totally lost my train of thought when I can be so silly sometimes. Okay, let's get your closing oracle message, guys. Right, like duh. You need you need to write. Like, I cannot even stress this enough. And like, I'm an avid journaler. Like, seriously, you guys, like, I fill out probably like, I used to like 9-10 journals a year. Like, seriously, I would journal like crazy. And like in the last 6 months or so, I have barely picked up my journal. So I'm going to take this as a sign that it's time for me to go ahead and do some writing too. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to do the same thing, loves. Like, I really do. Change of mind. Duh, again. That's what I'm telling you. And do you see how it kind of looks like a little butterfly? Like, that's what I feel for you. Or hell, even a cicada. But like, I seem to be on a cicada kick right now because they were singing. I love it. I don't know why, but for me personally, I love like listening to them. In the summertime, I'll just like float in the pool and listen to the cicadas sing, and it's like so serene for me. But I may be standing alone in that personally. But anyway, like I said, there is a major change of mind happening here for you. Like, it's to me, it's like night and day with you, Taurus. And love. So for you, that is tuning into the frequency of love, doing what you love. You know, what makes you feel loved? What makes you feel important? What makes you feel like you're doing something that brings something to somebody's life? Okay, like, I love being a tarot reader because I genuinely, like, I genuinely have like had so many clients that when they first came to me, because I'm more of like a spiritual coach, to be really honest with you, that just happens to turn cards. But like I have clients that came to me and would like, we worked together for like a year or even a couple years, and I've seen like tremendous growth in their life. And so because of that, I continue to love to do what I do. Because I know that I'm genuinely helping people, and it makes it very, I don't know, just special to me. And so I don't know, I feel like that's like a message for you, like what makes you feel that kind of energy, because that is what's going to like lead you up, it's going to push you forward, move you up, okay? Like elevate you with that up card right there. So okay, my lovely Taurians, it was so good to see and talk to you. Well, not see you, but to talk to you. And thank you for stopping by. I just realized that this reading is like 40 minutes long. I am so sorry. Sometimes I just get to talky and like, I don't know what happens. But I think that's just a confirmation that I love doing what I do, because time just passes, And anyway, I hope that this helps somebody, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.